today, I'm going to explain not only how to prep your food for each stage of the program, but I'm going to give you ideas on how to expand. So let's talk about what you get to do instead of what you can't do. Actually, get a pencil and paper, because this is good. I'm going to give you a lot of good info. And if you can take a few quick notes on things that apply to you, that would be awesome. So let's go over how to prep meals for the beginning of the program. And what you're going to do is you're going to find a few things you like. Now, if you do food prep, what you're going to do is you're going to, instead of baking 1 potato, bake 4 potatoes. So pre-prep your starch, whatever your S food is that your go-to, that you're used to. Make sure you do at least 4 servings. And I'd be happier if you did more like 8 servings, because you know that you do the soft food stage for 2 whole weeks. Minutes. So once you decide you need to eat, take your slippery elm, then go to your fridge. By the time you heat everything up and by the time everything's cooked, your 15 minutes are perfect. What do I do for protein if I'm during my no meat stage? During the soft food stage, your big go-to is only going to be cheese and eggs. Your next phase is going to be adding slowly your food grouping. Start with the easiest things. So fruit is going to be the easiest thing. Remember, it takes 2 whole weeks to get your body up to snuff to eat your normal diet group drive. Okay, you're still taking 3 slippery elm before every single meal. So the next thing is the baby steps. So when you start baby stepping, you start with fruit and you start with fish. The easiest thing to digest. So that would be fish, chicken, pork, beef. First week, you're going to be concentrating on fish. At this point is when you're going to be adding your probiotic. So you should be taking your probiotic every day right now. And it should be the Pro 100 if you've had a flare. If you're alternating on and off, you know, you could be doing the chewable or the Pro 100, which your preference. Pre-prep your fish. You can pre-prep your chicken. That's all you need. So whenever you bloat, you're going to do the protocol for the peppermint gels. And for those of you who are new on the program, peppermint gels work amazing. But here's the key. There's a trick. Every single time you're bloated, you need to use them. All we're doing with that peppermint gel is softening that valve. You can only do it when you're bloated because the valve is stuck shut. And when the oil hits that valve, it works around it and softens it. It also softens any scar tissue that you have in your throat. If you've had acid reflux and you notice that your throat feels like it's constricted, that peppermint oil actually softens all of that. And then you can move to chicken and do chicken. One of my favorite go-tos is chicken salad. For food prepping, that is such an easy go-to food. A few bites of that and you're in great shape with a cheese stick or a Bonnie Bell. Remember, you're still doing your slippery elm beforehand, but this makes it so easy. Now, the next week, we have a whole week under our belt of our probiotic now. You've still been doing your greens, your turmeric, and your slippery elm, and your tea, of course. So everything's on the upswing. But don't get this is the crucial time frame. People, if you rush this step, you could put yourself back to a liquid diet. So do not push yourself right here. And within 4 days of the second week of adding raw and fresh stuff, now's the time where you can add, bacon. And if you want to do, a deli meat rolled with a piece of cheese, or if you want to do a lettuce wrap. Now here comes the happy part. All that tuna salad, chicken salad and stuff you had, now's the time to start with the lettuce wrap. Into that 2-week period, now you are like, I feel good. And now where do I go from here for food? How do you stick to a program that doesn't feel comfortable yet? You think you can do anything from here. You can't. Don't do that. Do not do that. But so now we're in such a good place right now. I know all of you are probably feeling better. If you're not feeling better in the 4th week, if your bathroom drama isn't almost non-existent, you are doing something wrong. You're not connecting a dot. Go to the books, go to your toolbox. You need to figure it out before you move on. If you know that you need more help, I know it is not cheap to have Mike or I in your back pockets personally, we are willing to do that. So it is not, like I said, it is expensive, but I will figure out what's wrong. Do not feel like you are alone and that you don't have help or that you can't figure this out. For those of you who cook, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of tips how to make this really seamless and easy.